What's going on, everybody? Rob A here, and today we're taking a look at Mega Construx Probuilder Train Heist. The set has 1,329 pieces and retails for right around $130, I think is the average. You can find it higher, you can find it lower, but for the longest time I couldn't find this at all. So I ended up paying a little bit higher for it than I would have liked, but in the end, I think it was well worth the asking price. So the set does come with 5 micro action figures, which are displayed here on the top of the box. You can see you get 2 Outlaws, 2 soldiers, and then of course the train, I don't know, conductor or just dude that shovels coal. On the back, we can see the train consists of 3 cars, and then the engine. It is an old-fashioned steam locomotive from the old west, and you can see it's got some cool features going on here. You have an opening caboose with a little safe in there. You've got a supply wagon with a cannon and some ammunition. You've got, of course, the coal hopper, and then, of course, the steam engine. So very cool, and it shows some of the different elements or action features, you know, such as the wheels and stuff like that, the different train controls, the cannon, and of course the supply crates and all this other bits and bobs, and of course the loot, the gold loot inside that safe. And it just shows off the action figures here, as well as the 2 horses that are also included in this set. So down at the bottom you can see the other Probuilder sets currently available or forthcoming, the rover, Viking ship, and the helicopter rescue. So very, very cool. So not much else to say about this. Without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get this set put together, and we're going to check it out right now. Alright guys, so here we have the train heist, and I'm going to try and figure out how to do this the best way, because, you know, I've only got so much space to record on, and this is a very large set, but man, is it a really nice one. So let's start with the micro action figures first. We're going to go ahead and take a look at our Outlaws here. So we've got 2. We got this guy, and I have switched up the heads on these guys a little bit, so it doesn't really matter, honestly. But you got this guy all dressed in black. He's got a dark gray neckerchief on, and they both have hats that are removable. There you go. And then this guy, who could, I mean, honestly, you could use this as a good guy too if you really wanted to. Very cool. He's got a little vest and all that. And then moving right along, we've got 2 soldiers here. If they want to come up, there we go. So you do get 2 of these soldiers with their packs and bedrolls and all that. They've got sabers and rifles and silly mustaches and crazy eyes. But you do get 2 of those guys. And then finally you get this this fella back here. I'll pop him out. He's also got a neckerchief. Now, the thing is with these little neckerchiefs, his hat does not come off. They're a little weird. They're like molded so that they kind of go over the shoulders here and kind of just hang down in front of the face and neck. But the problem is they're like rubbery, so they end up bending and getting like bouncing around and stuff. So they kind of end up getting up all over the guys' faces, which I guess is fine if you want to raise it up and cover your face, but you don't always want that. So it is a little tricky to work with, but it's not terrible. At this scale, it's kind of like, yeah, whatever, you know. But yeah, so you get those 5 micro figures and 2 horses. Let's take a look. This is the first horse. Very nice. You got some saddlebags here, and the saddle And you've got some articulation here. So the horses bug me. And I've mentioned this in other Mega Construx reviews with the horses. But their heads don't go up. Because if you try and go up, the heads are on ball joints and they'll just pop off. The heads can look down slightly, but they don't really go up. So when you're trying to get like a running stance, you can straighten the neck out, but the head is still down like that. But they do have articulation in the legs. They go forward and bend at the knee. And the back legs just are straight, but they can rotate as well. The tails go out and in, but they could go out a little, or they could go up a little higher, in my opinion, to really get the illusion of running full out. But you know, it is what it is. All the hair pieces can come off, so if you want to change out the hair color of the horse, you can do that. The mane and tail, even the little bit on the head, is also changeable. The saddle does come off as well. You can see it's got 2 holes right there. So you can ride bareback if you so choose, which I have to do on this horse, unfortunately, because one of my saddles came in malformed. So it's pretty much just half of a saddle. I don't know if you guys can see this, but it's basically just this front half molded out, and then for whatever reason, I don't know, just didn't complete. Maybe the plastic ran out, but whatever reason, that didn't work. And then this horse is really just kind of a mess because we've got this lovely coloration here, and then if we turn the horse around, there's no spots on this side. So unfortunately, this horse got the short end of the stick here as far as quality control, but it's okay. I put in my request for another saddle at the very least. So I think once the saddle's on, it really won't make that much of a difference whether this horse has all of its spots or not. But that is just kind of a bummer. But you do get 2 horses in this set. So I think what I'm going to do is go at this set by section and kind of take a look at everything in turn. So let's go ahead and start with the engine. Alright guys, so here we have the steam engine, and as you can see, the wheels are totally functional. I've not checked to see if it can actually fit on a Lego train track, because this doesn't actually include any tracks with it. My assumption is kind of that it does, because it looks very similar in width, but again, I'm not 100% sure on that. I have not tested it yet. I probably should, and if I do so before I finish recording this, I will let you know, but just in case, I don't know offhand yet whether or not it fits. But it is a much larger scale in general than Lego trains tend to be, but I think they may have kept the width of the wheels the same just to have it compatible like that. But like I said, the wheels do work. You get the I don't know what this is called, I apologize, but it is attached to the wheels, and it does push them along. The front 4 wheels can rotate should you get this onto a track system of some kind. Got a nice cow pusher on there. Nice printed elements here, like the front light and the little nose bit there. You've got a bell here that you can ring should you so desire. It doesn't actually make any noise, but it does move around. And then really nice black and gold detailing, as well as printed pieces on the side that say Mega Construx Railway Company. The logo is a little bit modern to be from the 1800s, but you know, you get the idea. And you can raise this roof piece so you can access the interior a little bit, where you'll see nicely printed dials and things like that. You've got an opening port to the steam engine here. There's nothing really inside. It would have been nice to get some little flame pieces or something in there, but there's really nothing. It's all just part of the structural build. You do get a... I'm not sure exactly what this is meant to be. I don't think it's meant to steer the train because it's a train. It may be like a like a steam release or something like that. I'm not sure. You train aficionados out there can kind of let me know what that part is for, but you do have a lever. I'm assuming this is the brake lever here. So you got that going on. And it's just overall a really, really nicely done piece. And this is one of my favorite parts of the entire set, is back here with the coupling. So this is the coupling to attach it to the rest of the cars, and you've got this piece here that actually pulls out to disconnect the train from the other cars. And I think it's really cool that they actually went with like the big pin that you can actually have your figures hold on to and pull out to separate the train cars from the engine, so you can reenact, you know, the bandits actually decoupling the cars and stealing, you know, stealing either the loot on here, or, you know, the removing the caboose so they, you know, escape. It's really, really cool. It's a really nice touch, I feel. So that's just really, really neat. And I like this engine a whole lot. So that is the engine. Let's take a quick look at the coal car here. If I can just get this pin out. There we go. One thing I don't like about how the set is built is that these pieces are just stuck on to these studs, so that if you're moving the train along or trying to do something, oftentimes this piece will just come off. I would have liked maybe this sort of piece to be built into the framework of the car that it's attached to, so that it's a little more solid, if that makes sense. But you know, that's a bit of a minor nitpick. So we can take a look at this guy here. We've got a couple of sets of wheels underneath that are free moving. We've got a little shovel that I just like to keep in here. So this is just built really nicely. You can see you've got some, well, I guess it's a wood burning steam engine. So you've got your wood here. You got a little opening hatch right there, and just a little ladder that leads up. But nice printed pieces all along the sides. WTO4, it's Western Train, and 04, maybe because this is the 4th Probuilder set. I don't really know, but so if the helicopter technically comes first, then this, yes, I guess would be the 4th Probuilder set. But overall, just a really nicely built piece. So that is the coal car, or the fuel car, or whatever you want to call it, the hopper. Moving along, we have the supply wagon. And you can see, again, we've got the dual wheels underneath. You've got a cannon here that's actually strapped down for transport, which I think is really cool. These are the same pieces that they use for the horses, but in this case they are just held down on these little bars here, so you can't take them up and use the cannon separately. It's a whole brick-built cannon. It doesn't actually fire or do anything, so not really much to it other than a really nice display piece. But it is pretty cool looking. So you do have that going for you. You've got a bunch of these crates just hanging out. You do have a couple of Mega Construx supply crates printed on there, and these are all empty, with the exception of this third one here, which you can open up, and you can see there are rows of bullets, or I assume they're bullets, or, you know, cannon shells or something like that. But yeah, that's pretty much that. And I mean, this can come out if you really want it to, but it's nothing really to write home about there. But I think it's just a cool addition. They added that on. If I can get this back on, there we go. And then last but not least, the Caboose itself. Really nice build here. Let's see if I can get the whole thing in the frame, which is a little rough here. You can see a little smokestack. On the front, we've got the support bars, and of course the door, which does open. On this side, there are no doors on this side, but there's a door on this end as well. You got the, I don't know if this is an emergency brake. I'm really not sure what this does either, to be honest. So there you go. Again, trained people, please let me know. I want to be informed. I want to go from just really liking this set to knowing about this set. That's my goal here. And then of course this door also opens. So you've got a total of 3 doors on this one car, which is crazy to me. It seems crazy to me, but you know, that's what you got. So it's pretty cool. Not only that, you can lift the top off for easy access inside. And then beyond even that, let me put the door back on since I so foolishly destroyed it. Except, what did I do? What's going on here? Oh, okay. I put it on the wrong way. Crazy me. There we go. So not only you can take the top off here, you can also open these front panels to access the interior. And there's not a whole lot inside here, but you do get a few elements. You've got this nice little stove here, and of course the safe, which is easily removable. It sits right on this little stud. You can pop this out, and then once you open it up, you can see there are indeed gold bars inside the safe. Very, very nice. So you've got a lot of really cool play features in what is a really enjoyable and you know, like higher level building experience. So I think, I don't know, I just really enjoy this set. The safe is also printed, by the way, just so you know. The front of the safe is a printed piece. There are no stickers in the set, which I really appreciate. And I just think these Probuilder sets have been just overall really nicely done. You can see Mega Construx Railway Company on the side here. Mega Construx has done a really good job with these Probuilder sets. I think they've been a lot of fun, great builds, and they pack a lot of really cool play features into more advanced collectible kind of sets. And I think it's a really nice way to kind of have the best of both worlds there. And these doors do shut and have like a little small soft lock as well. So yeah, all that to say, I think it's a fantastic set. I think it's well worth the asking price. It's a very large set. It's certainly one of the largest train building sets that I own. And it's well worth the asking price once again. So that's going to do it for this video, guys. I want to thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please hit that like button. It really helps me out. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more. I'll be back with more Mega Construx as soon as I can get my hot little hands on them. But in the meantime, please hit that like button. Please subscribe for more. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks again for watching. Bye for now.